Hi, I'm Kathleen Volk. I'm a learning and development professional located in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Before I enrolled in the academy, I had changed careers. So I left working in higher education, and it was really all I had ever known. So then moving into a private sector or corporate position, really as a training generalist, for me, then I was doing a little bit of everything, which was great experience as a career changer. However, it then made me have to think ahead and say, well, where am I gonna go next? So I had been following Tim Slade on LinkedIn for quite some time as a thought leader in the field, and I noticed that he had been putting together a community of e-learning designers, and I had followed via email and was receiving those communications, and then actually had a friend who I met through other upskilling opportunities who, when we put our heads together, both decided that we needed more development and we wanted more instructional design models and mentoring as well. And that really motivated me to enroll as I thought ahead in my career where I really wanted to be. And for me also, the self-paced aspect of the academy was a huge attraction. Just knowing, working full-time, having personal obligations, and then adding coursework on top of it, I loved the fact that I could just jump on for 20 or 30 minutes and make some pretty significant progress in my learning. The one-on-one coaching time was incredibly valuable for me, especially as a job seeker. So I could take questions to Tim about preparing for my first few weeks in my new job, and he could respond with candor and give me those techniques, walking from a training generalist role into an ID role, those sorts of techniques and mindset shifts that I really should keep in mind. We could talk about those and practice those in the one-on-one meetings, as well as other pieces of my development, like designing my own course for my portfolio, developing out my portfolio, those sorts of more personalized aspects of the academy. Those also are really, really great one-on-one time. I thought it was so fun in the Zoom Hangouts to get to meet people from literally around the world and say, okay, I now have connections in England or places like that as well that, I normally wouldn't meet those folks even on LinkedIn. So to have those live conversations with them and learn more about their objectives for the program, their reactions to the material, to hear their career objectives as well was really beneficial. And I love that Tim was open in the Zoom meetings to really talk about anything. The conversations were not always lockstep focused on the week's tasks. In fact, they were rarely that way. Instead, he approached the Zoom Hangouts almost like a professor's office hours, saying, the students need to show up and set the agenda. He always had items in mind that we could indeed talk about. However, knowing that people could show up and ask career-based questions or things like that really then helped build community in those Zoom meetings. Tim's program has really boosted my confidence in my instructional design practice, as well as my use of articulate storyline. So as I worked ahead saying, well, again, where do I want to be next in my career? Knowing that I had those models of storyboards, design documents, needs analysis, that I had that guided practice working through those functions of instructional design really then gave me the confidence to put myself out there to interview and to speak then with authority. And in what is now my old job, I actually started using those models in week 2 of the academy. So everything I was learning, I was taking it into work and saying, hey, I'm going to change my interactions with my SMEs. I'm going to structure how I'm approaching this project differently. And so I started seeing those results right away from the academy, which was super fulfilling for me. And again, really boosted my confidence in not only the academy and my participation in it, but also my practice.